up? Hello everybody, my name is Katie and welcome to my channel. So I've been on Instagram for like, is it Instagram? So I've been on YouTube for like, I want to say like 3 years. Is it 2 years? I don't know. I have other channels, mostly my writing channels, which I barely post on. And this year 2020 was the year I'm gonna change everything and start posting more. But I wanted to get into more things. I was trying to decide whether I should do like all the stuff that I'm interested in on one channel or have different channels for everything, which will probably become a little bit more hectic. I have not yet decided. However, I started filming videos for, hair and my hair journey this year. Started in January, and actually no, I started before, but I did like other videos since like, I don't know when, like 3 to 5 months ago. I'll find the receipts, I'll let you know. But I wanted to finally do like an introductory video or something to really get it started off, get it popping. So there's a lot of stuff that's come up recently that I kind of want to talk about. I was like, oh, let me make a video, but I can't really post that until I kind of post like my journey introduction kind of video. So this might be the first video on this channel before I start posting everything else. And I don't know yet if I'm going to put this on like an existing channel that I have or just create a new channel. But if it's a new channel, welcome everybody. My name is Katie Thomas. I am a writer mostly. I do other stuff sometimes. In this video I want to talk about hair and my hair journey and some stuff that's been happening in the hair community. And I'm new to this all, so I wanted to start documenting my process from the beginning and kind of like keeping track of everything that's happened since I started till, I don't know, maybe a year from now or 2 years from now or whatever, because I think that's pretty cool. So in case this is my first video, let's begin. I'll try to make it not too long, but it probably will be long. It might be very, very long because I have to start from the beginning. So let's go. I also have notes I put down on my computer, so I'll probably be looking down, but I'll try not to. So very recently I big chopped my hair, and when I did the big chop, I didn't consider it to be a big chop. I considered it to just be like, trimming off my dead transitioning ends that were relaxed. I've seen videos on YouTube where people do like a big chop, and usually they have super long hair and they're cutting off, or not super long hair, but like medium length hair, and they're cutting off like a big portion. I didn't consider mine to be a big chop because I didn't have a lot of hair. And I mean, it was still like half of the hair that I had anyways, but it wasn't like a lot of hair, so I'm like, this is not a big chop. But I recently found out through many research that I've done that big chop is not just about the amount of hair that you cut off when you start the process of going natural. It's just the process itself of deciding like you're going natural, you're gonna get rid of your transitioning damaged dead ends, and you cut off whatever it is. Could be a little bit, could be a lot. That's considered to be a big chop. So I was kind of surprised to hear that, because many people, they kind of make it sound like a big chop has to be like a whole lot of hair and then you get rid of it. But really, it's just the process of you getting rid of transitioning hair and going natural that's considered to be a big chop, at least from whatever information I was able to gather, right? So alas, I big chopped, and I'm kind of excited to say that because it feels kind of like freeing. So I started to transition my hair about a year ago, and when I started, I actually didn't plan on transitioning. I had no intention to go natural. I had no intention to make my hair healthy and strong. I just knew that I had to change something, right? So my hair was relaxed. I used to blow dry my hair all the time. I used to flat iron my hair all the time. My hair got to a certain point where it was dry, damaged, it was very brittle, it broke all the time, but I wasn't necessarily taking care of my hair, so I expected it, right? I wasn't sleeping with a satin cap, so I would wake up with hair upon hair, broken pieces of hair on my pillow and on my bed and my sheet, everywhere, right? But it's to be expected because I wasn't taking care of my hair. But I remembered the exact moment when I was like, oh shit, this is getting crazy, when my hair was not only visibly damaged, but I could feel it when I was trying to style my hair. I could feel how dry, brittle, like, it felt crazy. It was kind of shocking. It was like that oh shit moment where you're like, this can't be good. So even though I didn't take care of my hair and I knew that meant that it probably wouldn't grow, it probably would be damaged, you kind of don't expect to just like be able to see it, because it was dry, it was dull, it didn't shine. So I had to put like a lot of air grease on it to try to make it shiny, but that didn't work. We all know why, of course. But at that time, a year ago, I'll tell you, I didn't know why, and I was like, okay, so I can't flat iron my hair anymore, I can't blow dry my hair anymore, because every time I flat iron my hair, it'll just be breaking off. Even though I use the protectant heat things, it'll just be breaking off. And then after I like flat iron my hair, like I'll brush it and I'll just see on my clothes tons of broken hair. And I was like, no, like it didn't look good, it didn't like style properly, it didn't work. It was, damaged, and it didn't respond like hair shit. So that's the moment I literally realized, okay, I have to change something. But I thought what I had to change was just stop using flat iron, stop using blow dry, because the heat was clearly drying out my hair and it wasn't good for me. So now my hair is relaxed, and I'm like, okay, even if I keep relaxing my hair on a day-to-day basis, I still have to style it. And styling it does involve me once in a while using a flat iron, because sometimes you wake up and it doesn't look right and there's nothing you can do about it than flat ironing. Keeping in mind, back like say 2 years ago, if I couldn't flat iron my hair all the time or couldn't blow dry it all the time, I would just put it in a ponytail. And you might be wondering, why didn't I do that now? But back in like 2008, around that time, I went to the hair salon to get my hair like relaxed, treated, clipped, and all that good stuff. And the hairdresser took it upon herself to do like a whole chop, like a whole like cut off a lot of my hair, right? And her reasoning is because my hair wasn't even. So the middle part was very short, the front was always the longest, and the back part was short, but the middle was the shortest of everything, right? And she was like, yeah, I need to make everything even, without my permission. I was very upset by this. I understood where she was coming from, but I knew that doing that would have made no difference to me, because I didn't take care of my hair, and that was fine, but it wasn't gonna grow. So she, her thing was like, oh, it's just hair, it will grow back. And I was like, it won't grow back because I'm not taking care of it, so there's no way it's gonna grow back, right? So I could no longer, point being, my hair was too short, I could no longer put it in a ponytail, and I was upset by that. So it resulted in me trying to style my hair even more every day, which resulted in being more damaged. So her whole thing was, your hair will be healthier now because it's, the dead ends are cut off and it's going to be even, it's going to grow properly. But she was wrong, because as a hairstylist, you really have to tailor whatever you do to somebody's hair, one, to what they want, and also to their lifestyle. So if I feel like I don't have the ability or enough time or the knowledge to take care of my hair properly, then you should have asked those questions, as a hairdresser before you made that decision for me, and decide, it was fine. There's a whole lot of issues that I had with that experience. After like really doing research, really figuring stuff out, I just realized that she didn't know what she was talking about, She was not a good hairstylist, but and that's not something that was new to me, to be honest. I realized that from like the beginning of me going there, but I kept going there because it was really literally like a couple blocks away from where I live, so it was easy to get to, versus other places that was just way too far out of my reach, and I don't drive, and it was just like too much to like take transportation and whatever else to wherever I needed to go. So it was just easy. If I needed to do something quick, I would have just walked around the block. That would have been it. But there were a couple of things that kind of hinted that she wasn't a great hairdresser, and I'm probably not gonna get into it right now. That's not the point. Moving on now, because I have to style my hair every day because it's so short and I don't know how to manage or deal with super short hair, it's become super damaged. So now I have to figure, okay, my hair's relaxed, it won't always work properly without, you know, flat ironing, so what will I do now? So this is when I decided, okay, I'm gonna probably try to like do like some sort of like styling my hair to keep me from having to always style it. So in November of 2019, no, that was last year, November of 2018, November 2018 is when I got like a weave in like a super long time. I was actually going on vacation to Jamaica, and I knew I couldn't style my hair every day and it wasn't going to be good for my hair, so I got a weave, and you know, that was good. It kept me from being in my hair all the time, but I didn't really love having a weave. I didn't love the feeling of like having a hat on your head all the time. I didn't like the feeling that when I wanted to like itch my scalp, it was like being blocked by, you know, a cap and whatever else. So I didn't like that. So even though I, you know, tried to enjoy that process for having that weave in for like a month and a half or something, I knew that I couldn't always do the weave because it's just not something that I'm a fan of, not something that I like a lot, so I wouldn't be happy doing it all the time. So after that, I had to do like, I don't remember what I did directly after that, but soon, that was in November, so soon the following year, like December next year comes, I think I was still flat ironing my hair at that point because, you know, that didn't work out. But soon after that, I had to go on like a trip to Disneyland, and then I put in braids because I knew that, again, I'm not gonna have enough time to try to do this all the time and fix this and fix that, so I put braids in. And the braids were great, they were fine. They allow me to not have to comb and manipulate my hair every single day, so that was good. So then I had a bright idea. You know, I started doing research, like some ideas to do with my hair to change it up, because I don't want to do braids every single month, right? A little bit boring. So I decided to do some research, trying to figure out how to change the style up, try to do different things that does not involve me putting a relaxer in or flat iron. And flat ironing my hair and blow drying my hair, like not doing that wasn't a problem at that point. I think I considered relaxing my hair a couple of times, so I never like considered like, oh, let me flat iron my hair, but I did consider just growing and relaxing my hair a couple times, because I'm like, wouldn't this just be easier? But if like I said, if I couldn't flat iron my hair, which I would probably at some point need to do, I'm just gonna relax it either. So I, you know, came across a lot of videos on YouTube, and finally came across videos on crochet hairstyle, and I was like, I said, what now? That's a thing? Crochet hair? What is that? How does it work? So the perfect style for me, I thought at that point, would be something that I can, you know, still feel my scalp in, and then it's easy to do, and it looks good and stylish, and I don't have to do too much stuff to it, right? So when I heard about the crochet hairstyle, I was like, what? Say what? They look great, they look natural, they look like your hair. You still have to do some sort of maintenance to some of them, but after doing a lot of research, I started finding more and more hair that you can do less things to, that needs less maintenance, and they look good. So I'm like, what? Beautiful. I can have great hair every day with very little work. So of course, you wake up, you have to do like your edges, and maybe once in a while you have to do some like Lottie body lotion on the crochet hair to make it not frizzy, and I'll do some sprays, but that was something that you could could have been done very quickly versus hours upon hours of trying to fix something that doesn't get fixed, right? So started doing crochet here, and it didn't feel like a long time. I don't even know how long it's been, but it's literally been like almost a year now, because month after month I've done the crochet braids, and it didn't feel like a long time because it was something that was so easy to do. It was something that you know, like something new that was different every single month, and it didn't feel like it was like a drain on my life. It didn't feel like it, you know, I was torturing myself, so it didn't feel like a long time. Now looking back, it's been like a whole year of me wearing like different crochet braids or crochet hairs, and doing these kind of different styles, and maybe once in a while I'll, you know, do something else in my hair. But it's been like a consistent thing with the crochet braids where I didn't relax my hair, I didn't blow dry my hair, I didn't use heat, and my hair was, you know, transitioning, and I didn't even realize it. So now I'm in November 2019, a couple months ago. It's now January. No, wait, no, it's not January, it's February now. November of 2019. In October I went to Jamaica, so I had my crochet braids in. I brought a bunch. My mother, she hates it, but it was good. I thought I was popping. I was like, yeah, the glow is real, the glow is real. What? I look good with curly hair. Say what now? Because before crochet braids, I've never tried curly hair, right? I've tried, like, you know, the weaves with the straight hair and braids, obviously, and I've tried that's pretty much it. That's all I tried. But with the crochet hair, they do have some that's straight hair, and I've tried that. It didn't work for me. I couldn't figure out how to install it and let it stay because it kept coming out. But majority of the crochet hairs that work were like the curly ones. So I started wearing that. I started getting used to my face within like curly hair, and I'm like, oh, this looks good. I look like I should definitely have curly hair right now. So that was in October. November, took that out. Put more crochet braids in, because I bought like a whole bunch. I even have crochet braids right now in my house. Wait, where is it? Let me grab it. Hold up. Literally like right there. I dropped it. So I have like a whole like 6 or so packs of these right over there in the corner, because when I took out crochet braids in November, I was planning on putting it back in. Or was it December? It might have been December. I was planning on putting it back in. So I got more because I got a whole bunch in preparation for when I had to put more in, so I didn't have to go to the store all the time to buy crochet braids. I could just do it real quick in one day. Boom, done. So I want to say, yes, it was in December definitely when I took out the last crochet, well, that's not the last, but second to last crochet braids I have done in like, it's only been like 2 weeks. Let me stop being dramatic. So took out crochet braids in December, and then I started noticing that, I mean, of course I knew my hair was gonna grow it and transition, but I started noticing that it transitioned a lot, and I wasn't even thinking that it's been a whole year. So maybe for like a whole year it hasn't been a lot. This is what I grew in a whole year. Let's see. Well, I did cut it, but you know what I mean. So this is a year, right? And this is a year of me not necessarily taking care of my hair. It's just been in crochet braids the entire time, and it grew out like that, and that's it, right? Cool. So I'm like, oh, my hair grew a lot. It's pretty good, and I like the texture. I like how it looks. Had this like wavy, I don't know if it's called wavy, but it's kinky, you know, curly, kinky, whatever. And after I washed it, I was like, it looks really nice, looks really healthy, it looks really strong. My hair looks good, it looks healthy, it looks nice and bouncy after I washed it. And I was like, I kind of like the texture of my hair. It's like, is my hair curly right now? Because it looks curly. I'm like, was my hair always curly? And I kid you not. I was literally wondering, like, do I have curly hair? Because I have to go way back for this one. Because it's been a while since I've actually seen my natural hair. And when I say it's been a while, I mean it's been a while. So I first relaxed my hair when I was like 5 or 6. And when I say I relaxed my hair, I mean not me, because I was a child. So people relax my hair, right? So I remember the first time I got a hair relaxer. I had a cousin that came from overseas, came from the US. She brought like a whole bunch of stuff, as you know, Caribbean people do, you know, barrels and barrels of clothes and food and this and that, including hair relaxers. So it's a tradition, or is it a tradition? But it is a thing for Caribbean people to just bring like match stuff with them when they go back to Jamaica, because there are things in Jamaica we can't buy because it's super expensive, just things we just can't afford, things that are considered to be luxury things that we need and just don't have. So to help out our fellow Jamaican people, our families and friends, we'll bring shit back and be like, here you go, we got money in America. Now I'm here, I'm so broke, but it's fun. Anywho, so around like 5 or 6, my hair was relaxed, and I do not know why. I do not remember how my hair was before that. I don't have a lot of pictures from when I was like young growing up. I have probably like 5 pictures until I got to like teenage years, when, you know, people got used to taking pictures on like their phones or whatever. We had like film cameras and we used to like do the films, but I don't know where none of those things are, because what? No clue. But anyways, the first picture that I have is when I was like 1, and I can see how my hair looks then, but it looks very thin and light. Doesn't look super thick or heavy, so I'm not sure if my hair was thick, unmanageable, they couldn't comb it, didn't want to comb it, and they relaxed it. But my suspicion is, back in the day, we had a different culture when it came to hair and having kinky hair, right? The culture was really everybody wanted straight hair, and everybody gave straight hair to their children no matter what. So it was just a thing. So maybe my hair wasn't rough and unmanageable. Maybe it was, I don't know. Or maybe it was just a trend, a tradition, something in the culture that made people believe they should relax their hair, and it's just been like that for a long time and nobody ever really questioned it, right? So needless to say, my hair has been relaxed my entire life. If it wasn't relaxed, it was flat iron with a hot comb. Hot comb meaning an iron comb. I remember these, an iron comb. And it was placed on fire to get hot, and that was used to go through the hair. So it wasn't no temperature control, 350 degrees. It will just be put on fire, and that will be used to straighten the hair, right? So my hair was either straightened that way or relaxed, and I'm sure there might have been times when it grew out and other stuff was done to it. Don't remember any specific, you know, moment in time with my hair. My hair was just my hair. We weren't trying to like nourish and flourish hair. We're just trying to like go about our day-to-day life, live, be happy, have manageable-ish hair, and not be ridiculed by people when you go outside. That was it. So nobody was trying to like, you know, massage scalp and wear satin. Like, I've never ever worn a satin cap or any kind of cap at all when I went to sleep until maybe a couple years ago. And when I say a couple years ago, I mean like 2 years ago, maybe. But for like literally all my life, I've never ever covered my head when I went to sleep. My mother doesn't, even now. I'm not sure if my sister does. She might, but it's not something that we did, right? And I think for her, she wasn't like somebody who was like, you know, into like hair care and stuff like that. She isn't into makeup. She isn't into doing anything extra. She's just into being simple, and that was fine for her. And we kind of all just like grew that way. We just didn't do anything. We washed the hair when we were supposed to wash the hair, and we did whatever was easy. So if put it in a twist was easy, that's what we did. If put in a ponytail was easy, that's what we did. So we did what was easy. So that's what was done. Whatever was easy. So when even after I moved out, lived on my own, did my own thing, I kept buying relaxers. I kept relaxing my hair probably more consistently than I did growing up, because there were times when we couldn't afford it and then we just did the iron thing. But you know, we kept doing it, or I kept doing it, because that's just what you did. You have relaxed hair, you just relax it and keep it relaxed, you know what I'm saying? You don't, like, you see that little new growth and put that shit in. When I did my hair myself, sometimes I was doing more than the new growth. Like, the new growth comes up, I'm doing everything. So, which is bad, which is super bad. Once the hair is relaxed, it doesn't become unrelaxed. It grows out, but I was relaxing everything. The relaxed parts that were relaxed already were getting relaxed again. So that was bad. It doesn't help, but moving forward. Needless to say, my hair had been relaxed all my entire life, and until about, say, 2 years ago, it hasn't been 2 years, since about a year ago, I've started transitioning, growing out my hair. When I started transitioning, I didn't plan on transitioning. I didn't plan on growing my hair out. I didn't plan on becoming natural. I didn't plan on any of that. It was just my hair was too damaged, and I knew I couldn't keep heating it. I couldn't keep manipulating it because it just breaks up every time I touch it. So I had to leave it alone. And one of those things you just have to learn the hard way, I guess, because there's like many videos on YouTube where they're like, don't touch your hair, don't manipulate your hair, don't play with it, don't do that. But I wasn't watching those videos. I didn't know those things. You gotta figure it out. So it took a while to figure it out. And I mean, it took a while because I wasn't trying to figure it out, but it was like the circumstances forced me to figure it out. It was like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. If I stop doing that, if I stop touching my hair, it won't break. End of that story. So now we fast forward to December. Took my crochet hair out, saw my own new growth, loving my kinky curly self. I was like, oh, maybe I can get an afro, because I've always wanted an afro. I never had an afro, but I didn't think I could ever get an afro because I don't think I had like thick curly hair to get an afro. I just didn't realize that my hair wasn't being thick and, you know, thick and what you call it, afro-y, if that's a word, because all my life my hair has been relaxed or flat iron, so it's just been damaged and just doesn't go afro, right? So maybe maybe, yeah. Anyways, I'm still skeptical that it can be like a whole full big afro. I'm very skeptical because I've never seen it. So I just want to document this process and see, can I actually get an afro? Can I get wavy curly hair? Can my hair grow past my shoulders, or can my hair grow at all? We'll see. So I'm excited to document this process. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to kind of figure it all out. Right. So keep in mind, when I took my crochet braids out in December, I didn't plan on like keeping them out. I plan on putting more crochet braids in because I have a whole box full of crochet braids ready to rock. So I was definitely ready to put more crochet braids in. They're simple, they're easy. I can install them myself. I could change whatever I want to change. They're low maintenance. I know they feel good. Great. So I had like a week off, I think, in January. I had a whole week off. Started at the beginning of January. So I always take time off so I can write, because I'll try to write small bits and pieces after work, and I'll try to do stuff for work, but it's way too much. I can't. So I take like time off every once in a while to do like binge writing, to like write a lot during that week. And so I took a week off. I was planning during that time to take my crochet braids out, wash my hair, and reinstall them. But because I had a week, I was in no rush. So I took the braids out, and you know, I was just doing my writing thing. So then that day when I took the braids out, I was talking to my manager. He's letting me know that there's a meeting happening like the next morning. I was like, really? So even though I was off, I didn't have to go, but I had missed the previous meeting. So I'm like, now I feel like I have to go, because I wanted to make it look like every time they have a meeting, I have something come up and I can't go. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go to the meeting. Then I realized, oh shit, I didn't wash my hair yet. It's gonna take me like a whole day to do it. So I finished what I was doing, went to wash my hair, you know, try to like do some like deep conditioner with whatever products I had, yada yada yada. And then when I was done, I was like, it takes me a little bit of a while to, you know, braid my hair because I don't know how to braid properly. I'm still learning. So it takes me forever to braid my hair. It takes also forever. It doesn't even take that long. It probably takes like about 2 hours for me to install the crochet hair. But I was like, I don't think I have enough time to do everything and go to sleep at a proper time to wake up early to get to the meeting, because I like to sleep. That's my problem. I don't want to spend all night doing my hair, then sleep for like 2 hours, go to this meeting tired anyway. It's gonna look bad. I'm like in a meeting that I forced myself to go to. So I was like, okay, I know what to do. I'm gonna put in some flexi rod, get some curls rocking. I'll go to the meeting. Put in the flexi rods. I'm like, should I have enough time to dry? Next morning, wake up at about 6. That shit ain't dry. Wet, wet, wet. And I'm like, how is this possible that my hair is still wet after what I believe was ample amount of time to get it dry? So I ended up going to that meeting with crazy looking hair because it was still wet. So I kind of like had to pin it down. It looked nappy, looked ridiculous. And I was like, Katie, it's fine. Whatever people say, don't pay attention to them. They don't know anything about life, period. Just don't get bothered by comments, because it was kind of I was kind of dreading that people would see you with like crazy hair and be like, oh, this bitch couldn't even comb her hair before she left her house today. People don't know your situation. They don't know your circumstances. They don't know that you took like a whole day and a half to try to fix that shit and it didn't get fixed and it didn't work. And now you have to go to something that you have, you know, you're committed to going to. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, I can't go to work because my hair won't curl or dry. Like, that's not a thing, right? So you just have to go however it looks. So I was just praying like nobody says anything to me. Like, I'm gonna be like confident and strong about my hair. Like, inside I'm like dying, but I'm like, if anybody says anything, I'm gonna be like, I don't care, mind your own business, whatever. But everybody puts up that kind of like front when they're insecure about something, right? It's normal, it's natural. Anywho, went to the meeting. Nobody really said anything like bad. You know, I wasn't there for long. Nobody said anything bad. People like mind their own business. And I was like, well, you know, good I didn't say anything, because I'm like, I'll be upset. Anywho, I went home and I was like, why does this curly flexi rod didn't work? Because when I had relaxed hair, it worked fine. I'd used them when I had relaxed hair. It was fine. But now, this shit don't even dry. It's been like hours and it doesn't dry. So I'm like, what? I'm doing like, back to YouTube, doing research, trying to figure shit out. Then I realized that many people have the same problem. Depends on your hair type, depends on the porosity of your hair. And I'm like, what the hell is porosity? What is that? Apparently there's low porosity and high porosity. Now I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense. And turns out that a lot of people, sometimes when they do like a wash and go, they have to take, you know, spend like 2 days in their twist to make it dry before they can take it out. Mind you, those people have long luscious hair, but still, because my hair I guess has low porosity, this bitch don't dry for nothing. So I'm like doing research on YouTube, figuring stuff out, and I'm like, I kind of want to like try this again, see if it works. But I was off for the entire week. So the next day, squirt some water in it, curled it up. Next morning, took it out. No good. Day after that, squirt some more water in it, take it out. Still never dry. I thought I had enough time. So now I'm like, I literally spent a whole day in this shit. Doesn't dry. Instead of a couple hours, it's like been a whole day. So I'm like, maybe I need to try 2 days, right? Or 2 whole days. I'm like, my hair is short, it's not even that long. Like, why doesn't it dry? So I decided to spend 2 days now. At this point, my time is up. Like, the week is over. 2 days. So literally I spent an entire week trying to figure out how to make my hair curly with a flexi rod and make it dry. So I let it dry for 2 days. The next after those 2 days, that next day after those 2 days, I have to go to work now. So I prayed to the gods. It was like, after 2 days, this shit better be dry. Because if it's not dry, I'm giving up. So take the Flexi-Rod set out before I had to go to work, and I let it stay in until the very last minute before I had to take it out, right? Then, you know, took it out, it was dry, it looked pretty good. I did some styling, I was like, yes, I'm ready to go. And based on, you know, videos on YouTube, I was like, I could rock this for a whole week. Because people, you know, on YouTube are like, day 1 here, day 2 here, day 5 here. I'm like, oh, what? That shit lasted for 2 days. And then it was done. I was like, how does it not even last a whole week? 2 days, 2 days. I'm not gonna be off again for like another how many more days. So now I can't do this shit over again. So now I literally had to wear crazy looking hair, try to do like a little, what you call it, the thing that does that thing in my hair for a couple days until I was off again. But it literally looked crazy. And somebody had the audacity to be like, oh, your hair looked better a couple days ago, like, well, why don't you do it? And I'm like, because I don't have enough time. And then this person, which is a guy who knows nothing about hair, mind I say, was like, I'm not saying guys don't know anything about hair, I'm saying that guy didn't know anything about hair, so should be talking. Was like, oh, you should make time. And I was like, you do not know how upset I was. I was like, calm, can you be calm? Be calm, bite your tongue. Because little does he know, it took me a whole week to get those 2 days of good looking curls. A whole week. A whole week. Now you're gonna tell me that I didn't spend enough time on my hair? Whew. I was upset, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna about to explain this shit to nobody, so it's fine, let it go. So after that, and I was off, I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. I washed my hair and I'm like, maybe because it's transitioning, right? Because at the same time, even though the curls were coming out, this part was like, it was fine, it looked fine. The problem was the straight pieces, because it was curly down here and then the straight pieces were straight. So when I did it for the first 2 days, those pieces were kind of curled under, so it just looks like curly hair, and then they started to straighten out after a while. So now I have like curly hair here and straight hair sticking up, and I'm like, I look fucking crazy. So I was trying to like push it down, I was trying to do mad shit. It didn't work. So I'm like, I'm gonna always have a problem with this. I'm always have a problem. But I kind of like my natural hair how it's going, so I'm like, I'm gonna cut this off. Cut off these relax and get rid of this shit because it's not helping me right now. So wash my hair, cut it off, big chop. Cut it off, and I was like, yeah, this feels good. And now, since I've been doing research on YouTube on how to, you know, take care of my hair, how to do this, how to do that, I'm like, maybe I should just try to grow my hair to whoever can go to. Right? I'll try. I'll at least do that, and I'll try.